And so before we get to the actual money, where will the tax go, and what will it do?
Probably the most important thing I think we can all reflect is, the neighbors you have on your street, the elderly folks that you grew up knowing and loving and going out to visit. As they get older, things really start to slow down. Their ability to get to the store, their ability to drive comes to a stop. Their ability to do things as simple as get in and out of the shower become more and more difficult. Their ability to stand in front of a stove, for 10, 15 minutes to prepare their meals is a difficult challenge. So all of these things, the money will go to support existing programs that are funded by nonprofits, and really it's to fill the funding gaps for those services, whether that's transportation, helping people get to the store, helping people get to doctor's appointments, whether it's helping someone install some grab bars just so they can get in and out of the shower safely. It could be helping with respite. The family caregivers do so much for their elderly parents to help them to have a break if needed.
And so the money goes to fund existing nonprofit programs.
Correct.
Who decides who gets the money?
Each county, like the county executive in St. Charles, will appoint a board, a volunteer board of individuals, and that board will determine where those dollars go. So all the nonprofits in St. Charles County would basically, through a grant, write a grant, submit it in, and then that board would determine if that's where those dollars are best served for St. Charles County.
Sounds to me it's very similar to some of the other ways we've set things up here in the region.
Correct. The CCRB, the DDRB have been very successful programs, and really everybody feels very good about what those programs are able to do.
So is there since there's not a list of organizations, because this would be the first time in St. Louis City, St. Charles, and whatever else. So there's not a list, but like a Meals on Wheels could ask for a grant to this board and then get money for Meals on Wheels.
Absolutely, Meals on Wheels is a wonderful program here in throughout the greater St. Louis area, and there are parts of greater St. Louis area where every day those are hot delivered meals. And the meals are extremely important for the nutrition of our elderly residents, but that knock on the door, that visit is so important to that elderly resident to make sure that they're safe, they're having a good day. They look forward to those knocks on the door. Some of these funding cuts are causing, the Mideast Area Agency on Aging having to go to once a week delivered frozen meals. So these cost cuts are impacting our seniors here throughout the county.
It's Proposition S. How much and where would this tax go? It would be a property tax, correct?
It's a property tax, and essentially it's $9.50 for every $100,000 of evaluation home value.
A year.
A year. So it's $9.50 a year for every $100,000 your home's worth.
So it's $10 for every $00,000 your home is worth.
$9.50.
Right. $9.50. Right. Because every penny matters. Keep it under $10.
Absolutely.
But because we're being asked for a couple of different tax increases this year, and so every little penny counts, and every little penny is important. I guess the biggest question is people want to know how the money is spent, and if the money is spent correctly, and how the money is going to be spent correctly for the reason you say it is going to be spent, right? People don't want to vote for senior care and then have it go, take the money out of senior care to then go somewhere else.
So it's nice in this particular issue, statute, you cannot supplant any of the funds that are given out, can't be used to supplant any of those existing dollars. So an entity wouldn't be saying, now that I'm getting these dollars in, I can move those dollars that I currently have somewhere else. They're only used to be able to build and develop upon existing programs.
Right. And the board is then responsible to the taxpayer to make sure that the money is being spent correctly, and so on and so forth.
Absolutely.
All right. It's Proposition S. Does that mean it's not a constitutional amendment? It would just be it's a tax law, right?
Correct.
Okay. And Proposition S. So there you go. All right, Alan Surfers, anything else I didn't ask you that you want people to know about?
Yeah, I think there's a couple, very important pieces that I don't think a lot of people understand. In 2000, just in St. Charles County, we had 100,000 seniors. That number by 2030 is going to go to over 300,000. They estimate that, in just 10 years, the people that are 85 years of age will double in the next 10 years. That's on top of some incredible growth in our senior community. Our families are stressed. Our employers are stressed because we have to provide wonderful care, not only for our own family, not only for our jobs, not only for our marriages, but now we have mom and dad who really need a lot of support. And if we don't invest in our seniors today and vote yes for Prop S, we're really missing out on a big opportunity. We have to invest today to make sure that we can support the elderly residents' wishes to stay at home.
Alan, is there a place to find out more information about this?
Absolutely. If you visit propsforseniors.com, that's propsforseniors.com is a wonderful place to get more information, and hopefully you'll visit there and like us on Facebook and spread the word.
Alan, you are president and co-founder of Assistance Home Care. Alan, thanks for coming in.
Thanks so much.
You got it. 9:17 here, Big 550.